Biot Savart's law. Biot Savart's law states that when a current is passed through a long straight conductor, there is a magnetic field, and this magnetic field produced by this current carrying conductor is proportional to the current, the length element, sine theta, and it is inversely proportional to r square. This dB is the small magnetic element, that is magnetic field element produced by the small length dl of the conductor, the length element of the conductor. So here dB is equal to the magnetic field element dl, the smallest length element, I, the current passing through this conductor, r as a vector, it is the distance between the point P, that is under the influence of the magnetic field created by the current carrying conductor, and the direction of the current or the conductor. So here this is theta. So the angle between them is theta. And therefore the small magnetic field created by this current carrying conductor is directly proportional to I dl sine theta and inversely proportional to r squared. So you can combine all these as dB, that is ideal sine theta divided by r squared. When you remove the proportionality, you have to introduce a constant, and that constant is mu naught divided by 4 pi. So you should be aware of, first of all, the various parameters and their associated units also. For example, magnetic field is given in terms of Tesla or Weber per meter square. Length element is meter, current in an ampere, or the distance in meter. Mu naught, that is nothing but that is Tesla per ampere and meter. Then you have two important formula. One is called the vector formula, another is scalar formula. Here I have given the vector formula. dB vector is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi into I dl vector cross r vector whole divided by r cube, right? And we know already that is A cross B is equal to AB sine theta n cap. So similarly, when we incorporate this, then it becomes, I mean, once you solve the cross product, then it becomes I dl sine theta, okay, into r, and r, that is represented as what? That is r cap s r and r vector. So we can eliminate this so that r becomes r squared here. So r by r cube means r squared. So that is why it has become r squared here. Then now the scalar equation is dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sine theta divided by r squared. Okay, right. Now, when this theta is equal to 0, dB is equal to 0, because sine theta means sine 0 means there is no magnetic field. Therefore, dB is equal to 0. When theta is at 90 degree, that could be the maximum magnetic field. So that is equal to sine 91. So mu naught divided by 4 pi into ideal divided by r squared. So this is another important aspect. So we have discussed the vector form, we have discussed the scalar form, and we have discussed the various cases, and we know that is how to derive this equation. Okay, and then you should be aware of all these values and expressions along with the constant values. That is mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 um, Tesla per ampere and meter. And then that is we know how to convert the cross product to scalar product. So by knowing all these things, you are very clear about the concept on, that is, Biot Savart's law.